Hey everyone, it's the guys from Workshop Addict. We are here to help you buy that tool for that person who's really hard to buy for, that's into tools, a do-it-yourselfer, or home improvement. This video, we're gonna go over tools that are $200 and above. We've also done 3 other videos for $0 to $50, $50 to $100, and $100 to $200, so check them out if you're looking in that price range. We have some awesome tools to go over that will make just about any person very happy who likes tools and do-it-yourselfing stuff. So let's start out with the PorterCable 4-tool kit. So basically here we have 4 different tools. Pass these out. We have a recip saw, a light, a drill, circular saw, bag, a compact battery, a full-size battery, and a charger. So you have everything you need.
Pretty much any tool you need to get started essentially with a kit, this is it. It's beneficial to buy them as a kit if you can too, because everything's on the same battery line and usually you save a little bit of money.
Yep, you'll save money. There's some nice features in this kit. The recip saw has a nice little blade change here that's easy to get to. The circular saw is a 6.5 inch. Drill is a pretty nice little drill, half-inch chuck. Careful.
Yep.
So nice little kit, $215. So this would serve somebody who's starting out, doesn't have anything, you don't have to worry about battery line, gives them everything they need right there. Pretty sweet. We'll move on to the rigid 18-volt Hyperdrive 18-gauge brad nailer. This is a $229 kit. Does not come with a battery.
This is a newer tool that came out recently, and anybody's into woodworking or if you need to do trim work or something like that, brad nailers are really useful. And brad nailers are really useful for woodworkers. And but the advantage of having this Hyperdrive system with the cordless tool operation is you don't need a compressor, you don't need a hose. So if you don't have those things, you don't need to go out and buy them. The price may be a little higher than some of the 18-volt or some of the 18-gauge brad nailers, but again, no air compressor, no hoses, a lot easier to maneuver. Very nice unit, been using this a lot.
Yeah, very cool unit. It's got a lot of toolless options. Everything in there is nice. We will move up to the Black & Decker 36-volt. This is a stick vac with Aura technology, $249. This unit, you might say, wait a minute, we're buying this for the guy who likes do-it-yourself stuff, but this has a few little benefits. First of all, it can come out and be a little vacuum to get into those tough areas that has some dust in it. You can also use this in shops for a hard floor, for a carpeted floor, for just about anything, especially if people have, you know, their shop in their basement or around the house and you want them to keep it clean.
It's rechargeable, so the nice part about that is you can pull it off its base, clean up, put it back, keep working. You don't have to plug it in, go find it. You can leave it right in your shop.
And the gift suit serves a dual purpose in a way. If you know you wanted a cordless vac and you wanted somebody else to keep their area clean, you kind of got one and the same.
Yeah,
kind of
buy
like
it
that
for yourself and for them too.
Sometimes that's how it works, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, we got the Black & Decker 40-volt max 12-inch chainsaw. This is $258.21.
These things are remarkable. The battery-operated chainsaws are nice for people that don't have to go out and cut a lot of wood. Sometimes they're going to trim once or twice a year, maybe once every other year. You don't have to worry about gas. You don't have to worry about it not starting. You don't have to mix the gas, plug the battery in, and you go. Also, yeah, they're super light, super light. And with a gas-powered one, it's running, you set it down, it's still running. This one, when you let off the trigger, boom, it stops. Pick up the trigger, it starts again. Very easy to use. Anybody can use this. So if you don't have a lot of experience with the chainsaw, a good starter one too.
Yep, get some safety equipment with it.
Yep.
That'd be awesome. All you need for that is basically bar oil. Comes with the charger, comes with everything you need to go.
Comes with the cover for the chain too, so I just don't have it here.
Yep, awesome little unit. Next up, we have the Workshop Vacs WS1625AM Heavy Duty Air Mover. This is $260, but this piece moves some serious air, and it does it with less electricity than a normal fan. 3 speeds, absolutely amazing unit. It's on wheels. We've been using it in the shop to dry the floors because we've been washing them and then sealing them, but absolutely great at moving air. In fact, I know Jeff came in the other day, 50 feet away. He's like, what do you got the air conditioning on for? You can feel this thing moving air.
And you had it on what, medium? You didn't even have it on high.
No, I had it on low.
Low?
Low, yeah.
I was telling Brian, the nice thing you could do with this, it'd be an expensive job to do, but you could actually turn this into a downdraft table too.
That'd be a pretty serious downdraft table.
Well, that's what you have a squirrel cage from your fan, usually from your furnace, so basically the same unit.
These are, if you need to move air in your basement, if you need to move, you have a wet spot that you want to dry, you have something that constantly gets wet, you wash your garage out a lot, anything like that. I know a lot of people that keep their garages really clean and have the epoxy floor, they want to wash them. This would dry it out really quick.
Basements that get musty.
Yep. Awesome gift. I don't think anybody would ever turn that down.
I wouldn't turn it down.
No, that's awesome. Next, we're going to move on to the Milwaukee M18 fuel drill driver. This is model number 2704-22. It comes in a kit with 2 batteries, the drill, and a case along with a charger for $299.
This one also comes as an option as a hammer drill or non-hammer drill. Basically, both units have the same amount of torque, 1,200 inch-pounds of torque. It's the #1 highest rated torque drill out there. This thing is an absolute beast. If you want the drill that can do basically anything and handle anything, this is it. This is actually the first battery operated drill I've ever used that when I was driving a lag bolt in, it'll actually start and turn in my hand. So this is as close as you're going to come to corded power right here.
What John's trying to say is that no matter who you give this drill to,
they will love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is.
Anybody.
Just buy this tool for somebody because it's new, they won't have it. You're number 1 on their list.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay, we're moving on to another #1 on your list. I love this tool, the Stihl SPT70WM-22, 15 amp, 10 1/4 cordless corded worm drive saw. Absolutely. Who wouldn't love this thing?
There's no words.
But it's useful for a certain crowd.
Did you tell them the name? Sasquatch?
It is called the Sasquatch.
It's called the Sasquatch because it's so darn big. Most circular saws come in 7 1/4 inch blade. There's also 6 1/2 and 5 3/8 for the small ones. This is a 10-inch blade. This is the blade that you usually find on table saws, and it's for people that need to cut.
10 1/4, John.
That's 10, no.
Yeah, it's 10 1/4.
10 1/4. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to give you your biggest cut capacity, and you're going to be able to cut
He'd have done that to us.
logs, timbers, 4x4s, anything cut straight through.
Great for people building decks.
Pole barns.
Yeah.
A lot of 6x6s, 4x4s, things in that nature.
Also
One
the
shot.
guy who just wants the biggest and baddest ass tools. I hate to say it, it's another one of those great things.
Yeah.
So just very cool tool. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the Dewalt DCS361M1. This is a 7 1/4 inch lithium ion cordless compound miter saw slider. This thing's awesome. I can't say enough about it. This is a very cool portable tool, very lightweight, very well built, very accurate. It's got tons of options, cuts all day.
And you might think with a miter saw, battery operated, that's not going to be any good. That's got tons of power. You can cut absolutely no problem with that. And quite a few cuts on that battery, correct?
Oh God! Trim saw. If you were a carpenter and doing trim, you could take one battery pack, run it for 10 hours on trim cuts, no issue.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got a 5 amp hour battery that comes with it. You can get it in different kits. Very nice unit. Can mount it on just about anything. And again, accuracy with it. It's not a cheap saw.
And it's light.
It is very lightweight. $399. So next up we have the Nova 46301 Comet 2 variable speed MIDI lathe. And this is a package that comes with the free G3 chuck. So this is a $499 unit.
Nova likes to run some specials on this unit with the G3 chuck, which is a great chuck. If anybody's looking to get into turning, and it's not an easy thing to get into. There's a lot to learn. There's also what to get, what accessories you need. This one gets you almost everything you need except for your chisels to get started. And a couple things about it is, let's say your special someone is actually somebody's already did turning and they want to start doing some craft shows or whatnot. This is one they can take with them. It's easy to set up, easy to carry around. And the best part about it is inside here there's 3 belts and 1 belt and 3 pulleys. In some of the other lower models, you have to change the belt every time you want to change speeds. Well, this one actually has a variable speed down at the bottom, which is awesome. Even my unit doesn't have that. but you can actually speed it up, slow it down, which is what you need for turning. Great unit.
So what John's saying is that if you have a person who likes turning and they need a little smaller unit that's really nice, they will love you for buying this.
Sorry, I get pretty excited about this when I like this unit.
You didn't need to know all the technical stuff, but he went through it. This is a nice, good unit that's small. Okay, and we are going to move on to the Rigid 13-amp, 10-inch professional cast iron table saw. This is a $529 saw, but check it out. You will find deals on this every once in a while at different places. Very nice little table saw. What do you got to say?
My opinion is probably one of the best table saws for the price. It has its own caster set so you can wheel it around. It's got a nice cast iron top with stamped steel wings.
Also 220 compatible.
Yes, you can change it to 220 if you have in your shop, which makes it run a lot more efficiently, a lot quieter. It's just nice. It's got a nice fence.
So what these guys are saying is if you're looking to buy something that is nice, it's going to be a shop saw for somebody who's not going to be probably carrying this around in their trailer, but is going to have a place that is going to use it, either basement, your garage. It's going to be set up. Very nice saw for the money. A lot of guys would really like to have this saw. So a great gift, a great, good, expensive gift.
Yes.
Whoever you get this for is definitely not going to be like, why'd you do this? They're going to like this saw. Very nice saw, and especially for the money that you have into it. Moving on here, we have the Bosch CM12SD dual bevel slide miter saw. This is a 12-inch miter saw. This one came out this year, and it's $549. You could look around for it to be on sale, but I don't think this one's going to be. Very, very accurate saw. That's they kind of made it for crown molding for a little bit more depth, so you can get what's. Anyway, we're going into specs again. Great saw for someone who is going to do kitchens. It has about a 14-inch cut on 3-inch wood. Specs again, huh?
Yes, it's a great saw, great slider saw, and it's got some extra features in it for somebody who wants to do a little more than a regular 12-inch.
Stand not included.
Stand
Yes.
doesn't come with that,
Stand
but
is
you
not
could
included.
you could get the stand. That's about another $100. But again, another top end unit. Somebody who doesn't have a miter saw is going to look at this and just big hugs. I don't care who you give that to. I'd even hug you if you gave it to me. I know you'd hug me. You hug everybody. But with that said, thank you for watching, guys. Remember, go to the description below. We have our link to the blog where we have links to where you can get the best deals on these on the internet. We also have 2 or 3 different videos out, 0 to 50, 50 to 100, and $100 to $200. We hope we helped you find a gift for that someone that's really tough to buy for. Have a good time shopping. See you later.